Think Safe is really about, no matter what level you're at, everyone is focused on safety.
Everybody's empowered, everybody's there to keep each other safe, to keep the public safe, to keep our stakeholders safe.
At Century, safety is our top priority. No project or activity is more important than our employees returning home safely every day.
Think Safe was based upon the premise of behavior-based safety, which was really an idea that you get all employees from line to leader engaged in a more meaningful way in safety.
My role as a supervisor with the Think Safe program is to open up communication with my crews to promote safety and safety awareness on our job sites at all times.
There's two components to Think Safe. One is a leadership component and one is a frontline employee component. The frontline component is our employees tell us all the time that they're their brother's keeper. The difference is there's one person on each crew accountable for that. And what's different in this scenario is that we get feedback from employees about what they're seeing and observing in the field so we can help make change to mitigate risk over time.
We choose the lead observer on a week-to-week basis so that we all have a chance to give our input so we're all part of the same team.
The lead observer, you start out the day and you just go through the job site, and as you find any discrepancies with safety, you want to bring it to the crew's attention immediately so it can be rectified at that moment.
It's about really being able to observe everything that some people might be missing.
Everybody has different perspectives.
A laborer is going to see something safety-wise different than what a foreman would see it, different than what an operator would see it.
It gives us as a company experience talking to the crew. So when they get to that foreman's role, they can communicate to the crew members.
Most incidents that are happening aren't really egregious. They just need to be guided back in a better way, and that's where the Safety Observer booklet is key to in doing this.
Every week I assign a person to log in the book. As it goes throughout the day, they keep track of what they see as well as what the other people in my crew see. At the end of the week, my lead observer will bring the booklet to me, and at that point in time, I enter it into Think Safe app.
That orange booklet, by him having that, the crew's empowering to go ahead and observe behavior. Take that back and then go ahead and have conversations about things that need to be tweaked.
It's been a challenge in implementing the Think Safe program, but it's something I'm glad we did.
I basically got over the challenge by just having the conversation, not being afraid to speak up.
If you see something, make sure you say something.
I think the crew needs to build a relationship around that person to make them feel comfortable.
With this program, we're allowing everyone to say, you have a voice, use that voice for safety.
SAFE stands for Stop, Ask, Fix, and Educate. If you recognize a risk that your crew has encountered, stop, take a pause. Ask your crew members, what were they thinking? Did they recognize the risk? And fix it. Put something different in place to mitigate that risk. And lastly, you don't want that to happen again, so educate your crew members on what you saw and what you can do differently next time. The thinking behind the leadership component is when we talked with employees, they gave us feedback that they wanted to see more of their leaders in the field. They wanted their leaders to be talking more about safety than about the business.
When they're visited out in the field, it shows that they are of value to this company and what they do is important, and what they bring to the table every day and what they do in the field is appreciated by everybody from the top down.
It truly demonstrates the visibility that we want to have from top to bottom.
It's important for leaders to interact with the crew and to perform safety visits so that we can make that connection back to the employee.
They don't get to come into the office and see leadership, see vice presidents or directors or supervisors.
We want to make sure the employees feel heard. We want to make sure that we're paying attention to behaviors and practices.
We're not there to discipline them on the stuff that we are finding in the field, just to make a betterment of the company, the crew, the way they work, and just being more efficient throughout the day.
If we are afraid to report issues that we see related to safety, then we're never going to get better.
The non-punitive nature of the program is vital because it really opens up the communication that the crews have and a comfort with safety, and as far as the company and with their superiors, that they know they can talk honestly and openly about safety and their concerns.
At the daily crew JSAs, they're all engaging now rather than just listening to a foreman.
The most recent one we've done with the Safety Roundtable has to do around with damages that we've had. It's where we've brought in groups of field leaders in the company to discuss why are we having damages.
For me, it's personal. Think Safe from an executive stand gives me a tool to be able to communicate better to the field and be able to question leadership if they feel their safety needs aren't being met. It's the next step. It's how we get to the next level. It's how we become that cut above.
It's our belief that over time it's just going to be pretty common and comfortable for all of us.
At the end of the day, we're all a unit. We rise or sink together.
Think Safe is our way of empowering every employee to take ownership of safety. And it's working.
All companies need to create an environment where employees feel comfortable being leaders of safety.